In a quiet village nestled between two green hills, there lived a boy named Eli. He was 10 years old, curious, and loved exploring. Eli lived with his grandmother in an old brick house that creaked in the wind and smelled like cinnamon and stories. One rainy afternoon, when the sky was a blanket of gray and thunder grumbled in the distance, Eli was stuck indoors. Bored and restless, he asked his grandmother, "Can I go explore the attic?" His grandmother looked up from her knitting and smiled. "Just be careful. There are things up there older than both of us put together." With a flashlight and a sense of adventure, Eli climbed the narrow wooden stairs to the attic. The door creaked open, revealing a dusty room full of boxes, old furniture, and cobwebs dancing in the shadows. As Eli wandered, he spotted something in the corner, a tall wooden grandfather clock. It was beautiful, with a glass window showing the brass pendulum and Roman numerals carved into its face. But something was odd. It wasn't ticking. Eli reached out and touched the clock. The moment his fingers brushed the wood, he heard a soft click. The boxes vanished. The furniture disappeared. Eli stood in a wide meadow filled with golden flowers swaying in the wind. The sky was blue again, and birds sang in the trees. "What is this place?" Eli whispered. A voice answered behind him. "It's a memory." Eli turned and saw a boy about his age. He wore old-fashioned clothes, like suspenders, a wool cap, and boots caked in mud. "Who are you?" Eli asked. "I'm Sam. This was my favorite day ever. My grandpa and I flew kites here before the war started." Eli looked around, and in the distance, he saw a man holding a red kite, waving at Sam. Sam grinned and ran toward him, but the scene faded, like smoke in the air. Now Eli was in a different place, a busy kitchen filled with the smell of bread and laughter. A woman hummed while kneading dough, and two girls braided each other's hair. "This was my mother's kitchen," said a new voice. A girl, maybe 12 years old, stood next to Eli. "She made bread every Saturday and told us stories about dragons and stars." Eli smiled, but before he could speak, the kitchen melted away. Scene after scene, Eli visited people's memories. A couple dancing under moonlight, a boy building a wooden boat with his father, an old woman reading a book to a cat. All of them felt warm, full of joy, love, and a tinge of sadness, as if they were echoes of something long gone. Finally, the clock chimed again. Dong. Eli was back in the attic, his hand still on the clock. He rushed downstairs, eyes wide. "Grandma, the clock in the attic, it shows memories." His grandmother laughed softly, as if remembering something herself. "Yes, it belonged to my grandfather. He said it could hold the best moments people lived." "Why didn't you tell me?" "Because," she said, putting down her knitting, "some things are better discovered on your own." Eli sat beside her. "Can it show me my memories?" She looked at him thoughtfully. "Only the ones you've already made, and maybe, if you're lucky, the ones you're about to." Eli glanced out the window. The rain had stopped, and the clouds began to part. He smiled, knowing that every moment, even a quiet one with his grandma, might one day become a memory worth keeping.